Hello money magnets and master traders, we are approaching the middle of September. We have a FOMC coming this week. It's actually going to be on Wednesday, September 17th at 2 p.m. with the interest rate decision, and then 2:30 p.m. Eastern time where Jay Powell will speak. FOMC tends to give the market a lot of volatility, but that's not until Wednesday. We'll have Monday and Tuesday to deal with, and many times the days leading up to a big catalyst tends to be chopped. However, we're looking at the daily chart here, and we can see that on Thursday we had a decent body green candle, big body green candle, followed by a doji looking candle. As usual, when we see a setup like this, the third candle tends to be a big body candle as well. Not always, but more often than not, it does. It can be a red one, it can be a bullish one, a green one. What I like to do is look at the doji candle and watch the range. The range for me that I'll be watching is 657 up to 659. Whichever way it breaks to, that's where I think SPY will head to. So if we break down 657, it's a good chance we'll pull back with 655.8, 654.5, 653.3, 652-ish, or much lower in play. But if this is a bullish continuation, then usually it takes out the high of the doji to give us a sign that it's heading up higher. So if we clear 659, it's a good chance we'll head up to 661, 662.4, that's my next fib level, and then 666 above. So definitely, as usual, keep your eyes on the price action and be ready to react and allow the setups to tell us which way it wants to go. If it does continue to chop, I wouldn't be too surprised. But if it does, we'd have to let the market give us a range. And I would expect the next trend move to happen on FOMC. So definitely watch that 657 to 659 area. And I do have a fib level at 655.7ish, so that could be the bottom of the potential chop range. But just add these levels to your charts and allow the price action to show us what it wants to do. My opinion is I think we'll get a decent move tomorrow. So I'd be looking to short below 657 and 655.7. Or I'd be looking to short long above 659 with 661 and 662.5 in play. That's what I would do. But if we stay within that range, 657 up to 659, I'd probably just do nothing. Moving on to QQQ, it's continuing to look bullish. We have to look at what it's been doing lately. Back on September 9th, it cleared a fib level at 580, showed some bullish follow through. A couple days later, it cleared the next fib level at 583.4. Last Friday, it cleared another fib level at 586.11. If the market is to continue to head up higher, QQQ is to continue to head up higher, it needs to stay above 586.11 to keep 589 or much higher in play. To invalidate last Friday's breakout, it needs to get back below 586.11. I like to see it break down 585 and 583.4 to show some bearish follow through to put 582, 580 or much lower in play. Here's NVDA, still overall chopping. 176.8 up to 179.8 is still the chop zone for me. Until we get an official close above or below that range, I can't really give my lean, whether I'm bearish or bullish, still neutral until we break that range. Tesla is definitely looking bullish. I mentioned last week, if we can stay above 367.7, we are bullish. We just need to clear the other resistant levels, 369, 371, which it did. The next fib level I had was at 390, and I mentioned that if we could stay above 390, Tesla can continue to go higher. I didn't know where it would close, but upside was definitely possible, and that was only because of 390 being a fib level. So as of right now, the plan would still be the same heading into this week. If Tesla can continue to stay above 390, then more upside can be possible. The last high from Friday was at 369.69. So we can, it was at 396.69. So if we can clear that pivot high, we can definitely go hit 398, 400, 402, and the next fib level at 403.8. Definitely more bullish possibilities if those levels can clear. But if we are going to get bearish as usual, we don't want to try to call a top unless the bears can show some type of strength by breaking down support levels. I have support at 395, 393.5, 392, and the fib level at 390. If we can break down 390, that will put Tesla in false breakout mode, and then we could be a little bit more bearish on Tesla in favor of $15 to $20 move back to the downside. It wouldn't be surprising if we dropped that much, but it would need to break down multiple support levels, especially 390. Here is IWM with an inside candle setup. Last Friday's candles within the range of last Thursday's candle, and that range of last Thursday is 236.2 up to 240.93. So I'm just gonna keep it even and put 236 to 241. So if we are to be bearish, I need to see support and fib level at 238 and 236 fail. If those levels fail, I would be bearish with 234, 232.2, and 230 or much lower in play. If we are to get bearish, if we are to get bullish, I need to see once again 290, 239.5 and 241 clear. If those levels clear, I would be bull bias, especially above 241. In favor, we go hit 245 or higher. Here is Apple continuing its bounce. Apple had an inside candle setup from last Thursday, but last Thursday's candle was within the range of Wednesday's candle. Then last Friday, we actually had the breakout. So this is a breakout, of a bullish breakout of the inside candle setup. So we look at the mother candle's high, which was September 10th candle, was at 232.42. So as long as above that level, Apple is in breakout mode based on that setup. So I would remain bullish with 235 in play next. If 235 clears, then we can go hit 238, 239.5, and possibly up to 241. It will put Apple in false breakout mode if we break back below 232.4. Then I would definitely favor some lower targets, possibly hitting 230.7, 228, and 226.4 back in play. And last but certainly not least, here is the VIX. Look like it's a little bit of a wedge here. It's like a little wedge. It's wedging. So maybe, just maybe, you can get an explosive move from the VIX. But either way, I can't be bullish until VIX get above 15. If it does, 15, 16.13, 17.3, and 19 plus would be back in play. And next support is at 14.4 based on this little wedge. If it breaks down 14 or lower, 12.88, all incoming. Be ready to react. And guys, final message, if we do happen to chop Monday and Tuesday, that's okay. Just remember, FOMC is Wednesday. So if we do chop the next 2 days, that means FOMC should give us a big volatile move. I love y'all. Peace.